Okay, so I'm here at the Sundial Carpark and I'm going to be walking down this track to the pinnacles. It says it's 2.1 kilometres. It's pretty gloomy. It's very possible that we'll get some rain today. So I'm all wrapped up with the raincoat and everything else. But anyway, let's go. Okay, well, I'm probably a bit more than halfway along the track. This is a great little spot here. You can see the pinnacle off there in the distance. You can probably see some people walking across the top of it. It's really warm here at the moment. It's a far cry from where I started down in the valley there. Having said that, I can see some clouds coming over, so who knows? Maybe I'll get some more weather. Anyway, I'll continue on. Wow, this is pretty awesome. It's quite high. It's hot again. Been going through all the different temperatures and emotions. Hot, cold, hot, cold. But these rocks are really slippery as well. Well, that was certainly a fizzer. Way too wet and windy up there. Didn't see anything. I think I had a better view halfway up. So anyway, it's all right. I can say I've been up to the pinnacle now. Anyway, I'm heading back for a coffee. So I'll see you guys later. Well, after spending a couple of nights in the car, I've checked into the Baronia Peak Villas here in Halls Gap. Been here before, they're fantastic, and it's good to actually have a shower and clean up a little bit before I move on. So while I'm here, I'm having a look through some brochures and maps and just getting a bit of a feel for where I'm going to go next. So I'm looking at this map here of the Grampians Park. Halls Gap is right here. Heatherly Quarry, right there. I've already been there, fantastic. And then Lake Lonsdale, which I spent the night there last night. Now, my big trip is going to be to Hollow Mountain, which is right up here in the northern Grampians, but the weather's not good enough. I'm going to be staying up there overnight and I need a good weather for that. So when I mentioned I was coming over to the Grampians to do some photography, a fellow Nightscape photographer called Bailey Farley contacted me and he said, "Oh, would you like to catch up maybe for a shoot?" And I said, yeah, why not? So we're going to catch up for coffee very shortly and I'll tap into his local knowledge and see if I can find out something. Bailey's an up-and-coming young photographer and his work is really, really good. So check him out if you get a chance. Okay, so currently I'm travelling along this very rough dirt road. I've met up with Bailey. We've had a cup of coffee together and we're going to go and have a look and see what we can find. Yeah, so Bailey's got a few ideas of a few locations he's shot at before, so I'm very grateful he's going to take me to see those and I'm looking forward to it. He mentioned an old ruin and a windmill and a couple of other places out in the bush there somewhere, so I'd never have any idea where they were if I didn't have someone like him showing me, so that'd be fantastic. I followed Bailey for quite a while down the winding dirt tracks, passing by some magnificent views of the Grampians peaks along the way. Eventually we stopped to look at some old ruins as it wasn't quite dark yet. This was looking very promising as I had no real idea where we were and it was good for me to scout around a bit before nightfall. The sky was clearing nicely by this stage and we were hopeful for a great night out shooting under the stars. on my way home from shooting some great stuff with Bailey. He took me to some awesome spots. We went to some farms, some old derelict buildings, saw this fantastic old dead tree. Believe it or not, we even went to a cemetery. We took some selfies. We just had some great time, and it was fantastic catching up with another Nightscape photographer. By the way, if you get the chance, follow Bailey on Instagram or Facebook. He does an awesome job. Fine young man. Now, you're probably wondering where I am right now. Well, I'm actually in the car park at Hollow Mountain. Now, yeah, I know, I'm coming back to Hollow Mountain to shoot, but that's not tonight, that's another night. I'm going to go up on the mountain and shoot for the whole night. But I was on my way home and I had to come past here anyway, so I thought, well, what do you do in the middle of the night? It's probably at the moment about 1:30, stars are out. So I stopped to take some star trails. So I just thought I'd get the signs here and the star trails in the background. So I've taken 10 3-minute exposures, ISO 650 with the Nikon D750 and the 20mm Nikon 1.8 lens. I've set that at f2.8, and then I took about 2 or 3 light painted foreground shots. I think that'll come up pretty well. So what's next? Look, to be honest with you, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm going to go home to bed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. So this is probably my last chance at civilization for a little while. So I'm cooking myself some lunch. Well, all it is tuna on toast, but that's all right. And because I'm heading off to Hollow Mountain this afternoon, and I reckon that's going to be, well, I'm going to have to rough it a lot up there because I can't take anything that I can't carry. So anything I take up there, I've got to be able to fit in my back. So that's the end of that. So I'm going to sit down here and enjoy this. Got fantastic views. You can see the mountain up there. There's birds everywhere. Kangaroos. This is the life. Okay, well, I'm just about to leave Halls Gap. I've been here for the last 4 or 5 days now. So I'm heading out to Hollow Mountain, which is going to be an adventure in itself, and I'm really looking forward to that. Halls Gap has been fantastic. I love it over here. There's so much to see and do. The weather hasn't been kind, but it's good today. So yeah, happy to see that. Okay, well, this is it. I'm off to Hollow Mountain up there. So just get all my pack ready and off we go. Here, once again, I'm showing just how unfit I am. Puffing away a fair bit, but I'm carrying more than I normally do. So anyway, that's where I'm going, so let's keep going. Well, there's no doubt plenty of resting is going to be the order of the day. I'm not used to climbing these hills, especially with a heap of stuff on my back. So I'm just going to take it easy. I think the hardest part's just behind me. But I've got some good views from up here, and I've got plenty of time. All right, well, I've just met a couple of climbers on the way down. They said I might struggle to get up here with the camera gear. So I'm going to persist and see how far I can get. It's a bit of a rock climb up here, so let's go. Oh wow, this is going to be tight. Well, I made it this far. I reckon that's a bit further than those hikers thought I would. So I'm pretty happy now. Gee, it's a good view up here. I wouldn't want to be up here if it was raining though. But it's cloudy at the moment, but I'm confident early morning is going to be really starry. Looking forward to getting some shots. Okay, so this looks like one of the famous caves that this is known for, this area. And I'm actually going to be looking for one of these to sleep in tonight. Oh, it looks pretty good. Bit of a hard pillow, but apart from that, it's pretty awesome. Very echoey. So one of the other things that this area is known for are these beautiful big rock pools. Just where it's been raining and the water's stuck in the rock there. So, yeah, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome up here. Well, I finally made it. I'm here in Hollow Mountain. Literally hollow. This is a cave I found, which is where I'm going to be staying tonight. You can see I've got my bed all set up here, and it's actually really comfortable. Now, I'm so pleased that the weather's turned. Firstly, there's no wind. It is calm as anything up here. So that's good. It's not even all that cold yet. It's meant to get down to about 5 degrees or something like that overnight. Oh, I suppose it probably will. But I'll cope with that, whatever happens. I've got my winter woolies here and everything. So I'm really excited. I've had a really good look around when I first got here. It was just before dark. It took me a while to get up the hill. And there is some fantastic compositions up there. Now, my weather app is telling me that it's going to be cloudy until about midnight, and from there, a clear sky right up until dawn. So what I'm going to do is get a bit of a sleep before then, and probably get up at about 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and go out. The Milky Way core is going to be setting in the southwestern sky just outside this cave here. There's a shot there, and there's plenty of more shots up on top of the hill. I'm going to take you guys out there with me and show you what's going on. But I'm really excited about that because this landscape is just like nothing else I've ever seen. And that's the whole reason I came up here in the first place, is because I saw that in pictures and I wanted to capture something. So anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to grab something to eat. I've got a few really choice pieces of snacks here. And yep, away we go. I'll see you guys later. Righto, well, there's been a little bit of a change of plans. What happened was, the sky cleared and the stars came out. So, of course, what do? I have to forego a bit of sleep and come out and start shooting the Milky Way. Now, I found this beautiful little rock pool. You probably can't see it in this light, but just here, there's this gorgeous little rock pool. And there's about a 15% crescent moon at the moment, lighting on these hills and mountains over here. Well, here I am back at the Taj Mahal. It's fantastic under here, isn't it? I'm starting to feel pretty tired. My legs are killing me after that climb up to here. But looking at the pictures, I've got heaps of awesome stuff already, which is a bonus because the weather forecast said there was going to be clouds till about midnight. So it's now about 10 o'clock. I think I need to get some sleep. I'm going to get up again at about 3. Get out and take some more shots of the Milky Way core as it sets down in the western sky, and I'll show you those later. Wow, what a night that was. Oh, gee, I walked all the way around these rocks and I'm pretty tired already today. Last night I set up a panorama here, just around this pond, facing into a easterly direction. I've got the Milky Way core rising up in the sky. Looks fantastic. I took about 40 shots to get that one, and I'm really hoping the reflection of the stars is in this water here. So I look forward to that. I took a number of shots whilst I was here. I took a bit of a selfie down there on a rock facing up with the core of the Milky Way behind, and down here I found another rock pool. So they're very, very nice all over here. So for me, this trip's been one of those experiences where you just take time to ponder things and take a bit more time than you normally would to get the shots. I've roamed the countryside a lot more than I normally have time to do, and I've so enjoyed that. I'm hoping that I get more opportunity to travel a little bit more, do some more road trips. But this is the end of my road trip. I'll be heading home today, and then the big challenge of putting all the shots together. So yeah, there's a fair bit of processing in store for me when I get home, but hey, that's okay. I'm really enjoying it. For this trip, I only used 2 lenses. I used the 20mm f1.8 most of the time, and I used the Nikon 14-24 f2.8 for a couple of the wider shots and maybe the time lapses that I did. So, you know, I didn't have to bring a whole heap of lenses with me. I did bring a Sigma 35mm f1.4, but I left it in the car the whole time. And of course, when you're walking up mountains and things like that, you just haven't got the space and you don't want to carry too much weight. So now I'm going to head off down the mountain, back to the car. It's going to take me a while to get down those crevices, and I'll be looking forward to something to eat when I get back down to the car. So yep, I'll see you guys a bit later on. So here we are, finally back at the car. I really can't wait to get rid of this backpack. Oh, whew. That's a relief. Well, this trip was 12 months in the making. I first came to Hollow Mountain about a year ago, and I made a decision back then I'd just come up here and spend the night up there and take the photos. So I've just done that. Looking forward to seeing them processed. And of course today marks the end of 7 days. I've been on the road 7 days. So, gee, I've seen a lot of stuff. Photographed some awesome places. Had some really rough weather along the way as well. So thanks for joining me. I'll look forward to catching up with you guys next time. In the meantime, I'm hungry. I'm going to get some food.